Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Hasna Nabila Rahimat. I'm from class 4B, English Department, Universitas Sultan Ageng Tirta Esa. In this video, I will present my final project for the course Learning Planning in English Language Teaching under the guidance Mr. Dr. Sutrisno Saji Effendi. Okay, let's start with slide 1. Okay. First, let me introduce the profile of this lesson. The module Ajar is designed for junior high school students for the school year 2026 to 2027, and the subject is English, and the learning topic is descriptive text about place. This lesson is for PAS D, class 7, with a time allocation of 2 times 40 minutes or 80 minutes in total. Okay, the next slide is learning outcomes. Now, let's look at the learning outcomes, or what we call capaian pembelajaran in the Merdeka curriculum. By the end of PAS D, students are expected to achieve 4 main outcomes. The first is communicative competence in English. Students should be able to use English to communicate meaningfully. And the second is intercultural understanding. Students learn to appreciate both Indonesian and global culture. And the third is confidence and self-expression. Students are encouraged to express themselves independently and responsibly. And the fourth is critical and creative thinking. Students develop the ability to think deeply and creatively when using English. Next slide is learning objective. Based on those learning outcomes, I formulate 6 specific learning objective or tujuan pembelajaran in Merdeka curriculums. Using Bloom's taxonomy, students are expected to be able to 1. Identify main ideas from short oral text, 2. Produce simple oral text on familiar topics, 3. Interpret visual and multimodal text such as poster and infographics. 4. Compose short written text. In this case, a descriptive text. And 5. Present their ideas through various media. And 6. Express and defend their opinion on daily topic. For this lesson, the main focus is on objective 4 and 5, composing and presenting a descriptive text about a place. The next slide is teaching approach and learning material. Next, let me explain the teaching approach and material. For this lesson, I use 3 main approach. The first is communicative language teaching, or we call it CLT, which prioritize authentic communication as the main goal. Students learn by actually using the language, not just memorizing grammar rules. The second is the genre-based approach, or we call it GBA, where students are explicitly taught the purpose, structure, and language feature of descriptive text before they write their own. And the third is task-based language teaching, or TBLT, where students complete real-world tests and require them to use English skills together. The learning material for this lesson is descriptive text, specifically focusing on place, particularly Indonesian tourist destination that are familiar and relevant to students' daily life. Next slide is media and tools. To support the learning process, I use several types of media and tools. For media, I use image and photos of Indonesian tourist attractions such as mountain, beach, lakes, and temple to help students visualize and describe a place. I also use an example of a descriptive text about a tourist attraction as a model text for students to analyze. Additionally, students receive worksheet or LKPD that contains writing guidance with scaffolding support like mind maps and word banks. And the whiteboard is also used for brainstorming together as a class. For tools, I use whiteboard and markers, photos of frequently visited place, and student worksheet, and then the grade 7 English textbook, and an LCD projector or laptop for displaying visual and model text. Next is learning activities. Now, the most important part, the learning activities. The lesson runs for 80 minutes and is structured into 6 stages. We start with the opening, which takes 10 minutes. The teacher shows a mystery clue on the board and short description of a place, and students guess where it is. This sparks curiosity and lead into a short discussion about their favorite travel sports. Then the teacher sets the lesson goals. And in activity 1, the destination card, students each receive a photos of Indonesian tourist place without its name. They write 3 adjectives that come to mind and share them with the class. All the words are written on the board together, creating a class work bank. And in activity 2, text modeling, the teacher display a model descriptive text about Raja Ampat. Together, student and teacher analyze the structure, identification, and description, and the language feature like simple present tense and adjective. Students fill in a graphic organizer on their LKPD Part A. And activity 3 is the tourist guide role play. The most communicative activity, students work in group of 3 to 4 to create a mini descriptive poster about an Indonesian tourist destination. One representative from each group then present the poster in front of the class, acting as a tourist guide. In activity 4, my dream destination, students write their own descriptive text of 40 to 80 words about their favorite place in Indonesia, independently on LKPD Part B. After finishing, they exchange their writing with a statement for peer feedback. And finally, the closing takes 10 minutes. Students reflect by answering, what did you learn today? What was challenging? The teacher also asks each student to share one new adjective they learned. Then the next lesson before closing with prayer. The last part is the assessment plan. I use 3 types of assessment. First, diagnostic assessment at the beginning of the lesson. And second, formative assessment conducted throughout the learning process. And the third, summative assessment at the end of the unit, which consists of 3 components. Written text with multiple choice, and written text called My Dream Destination, and oral presentation as a tour guide. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thanks for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.